Hello everyone. In this video, we will discuss about the art of letting go, aging parents, preparing for the future with grace. I dedicate this video to all of the parents who are in the golden age area and start thinking about the grown-up children who live far away and miss them. I have friends, relatives and fans who ask me to do this video to help them to feel easy in the golden age. Life is a river, always flowing forward, never turning back. Parents, once the sturdy banks that guided their children's paths, must eventually accept that the river has its own current. As children grow, they carve out new streams, branching into unknown waters, and while the river never forgets its source, it cannot remain still. This is a bittersweet reality of parenthood. Love does not fade, but it transforms. The warm embrace of childhood gives way to a distant yet steady presence. The once daily laughter turns into occasional visits. The wise parent understands that trying to hold on to the past is like grasping water in one's hands. It will slip away, leaving only longing. To age with grace is to accept this change, to prepare for the inevitable, and to find joy not in holding on, but in letting go. First, the tree and the wind, understanding life's forward motion. Parents are like ancient trees, their roots deep, their branches wide. For years they provided shade, shelter, and nourishment. Their children like young birds, once perched safely on their branches, learning to spread their wings, but no bird remains in the nest forever. One day they fly. Some parents struggle with this, wanting to keep their children close, fearing the emptiness left behind. But the tree that clings to its birds will never see them soar. Instead, the wise tree stands tall, proud of the lives it has nurtured, knowing that the sky is their destiny. To love deeply is to let go with an open heart, not with chains of guilt and obligation. Second, the weight of expectations, a heavy suitcase on a long journey. Life is a journey, and every traveler carries a suitcase filled with responsibilities. For children, this suitcase grows heavier with time. Careers, marriages, children of their own. If parents insist on adding more weight, demands for constant attention, expectations of daily visits, eventually the load becomes unbearable. Love should not be a burden. A parent's role is not to weigh their children down, but to give them wings. If we pack their suitcases with understanding instead of guilt, encouragement instead of demands, they will walk toward us willingly, not out of obligation, but out of love. Third, the mirror of time, seeing ourselves in their reflection. Once upon a time, we were the ones stepping into adulthood, building families, navigating responsibilities, our own parents. In their later years, may have longed for our present just as we now long for our children's. Did we always have time for them? Did we visit as much as we wish? Life is a mirror. The reflections of the past choices return to us through our children. If we understand this, we will not resent their distance, but accept it with wisdom. Just as we once sought independence, they must do the same. Just as we once struggled to balance everything, so must they. When we see our own past in their actions, our hearts soften. Instead of demanding more, we learn to appreciate what is given. Fourth, building a life beyond parenthood, the garden of the soul. The gardener who spends years tending only one tree may feel lost when its branches stretch beyond the fence. But a wise gardener does not stop planting. So too must parents cultivate their own lives. Friendships are like flowers, bringing color and companionship. Hobbies are like vines, weaving purpose into each day. A strong, independent life is like a well-tended garden, full of beauty, regardless of whether the children visit often or only occasionally. Those who tend to their own souls will never feel abandoned, for they have created a life rich with meaning beyond their own as parents. Fifth, preparing for the future, building a safe harbor before the storm. A sailor does not wait for the storm to come before securing the ship. In the same way, wise parents prepare for old age before it arrives. Financial security is an anchor, preventing the waves of worry from tossing them into dependence. A planned future is the lighthouse, guiding both parents and children through difficult decisions and clarity. A peaceful mindset is the strongest self, allowing one to navigate the later years of life with dignity, not fear. When parents prepare for their future, they free their children from unnecessary burdens instead of worrying about how to care for aging parents. Children can simply love them. 6. Letting go of the control, the kite and the sky. A parent's love is like a kite string. In childhood, the string is held tightly, guiding and protecting. But as children grow, they pull away, soaring higher. If parent refuses to release the string, the kite cannot fly. Some parents try to control their grown children, giving unsolicited advice, interfering in their marriages, expecting them to prioritize their parents above all else. But control is not love, it is fear disguised as affection. The happiest parents are those who let their children fly, trusting that love will always bring them back, not as dependent children, but as equal companions in life's journey. 7. Finding peace in a new kind of love. Love between parents and children does not disappear, it simply takes new forms. It is no longer in the daily footsteps of a child running through the house with a phone call that carries warmth. It is no longer share meals every night, but the occasional visit filled with laughter. It is no longer in being needed for survival, but being appreciated for the foundation that was built. Instead of mourning what has changed, wise parents cherish what remains. They find joy with knowing their children are strong, responsible, and thriving, because that, after all, was the goal from the beginning. 8. The final lesson, the river and the sea. At the end of its journey, the river does not cry for the mountains it left behind. It does not resist merging with vast ocean. It simply flows, knowing that it has reached where it was always meant to go. So too must aging parents embrace the final stage of life with peace, clinging to the past, demanding the impossible, or resisting change only brings sorrow. Instead, those who flow with time, who prepare for the future, and who love without expectation, find themselves surrounded not by loneliness but by freedom. Because love, when given without conditions, always returns like the river to the sea. Thank you so much for tuning in, and if you like the video, please spread around and share for those who in need. Thank you so much.
Bésame mucho, embrasse-moi mon amour, que je puisse oublier.